toilet to keep you.
Sorry? Yes, exactly.
Oh. Now, I managed to contact your lawyer.
Oh?
I'm afraid he seemed to be drunk. Or concussed. Either way, the only message he gave was, hold him and cough, that's all I told him.
Oh. I'm sorry, but who are you?
Inspector Seymour, Mr. Holland. We were introduced last night.
Right. I don't really remember. Certainly don't remember getting here. He must be the police station?
Yes, Mr. Holland?
Right, and I'm being questioned about something.
Yes.
Right, I remember going out last night. I was drinking. I must have been drunk. I suppose I did something disorderly?
That's what we're here to find out, Mr. Holland.
Right, you need to question me.
I need you to tell me about the events of last night.
Right. Actually, that's a bit of a difficult one. I was...
Drunk, yes, as you say. But if you could just start from the beginning of the evening.
Right, sure.
If you could see your name into this.
So, Harry Holland.
After I've switched it on, if you don't mind.
Sorry.
This is Detective Inspector Roderick Seymour. At 5:37 AM on the 13th of April. Also present is the interviewee.
Harry Holland.
Right, Mr. Holmes, if you could just take me through the events of yesterday evening, starting with you leaving work at 16:28 hours.
Certainly, yeah. Actually, I left well after 4:30.
Not according to the security camera in the hall.
I don't suppose the company will be listening to this.
This is a police interview, Mr. Holland. The truth is a bit more important right now than your timesheets, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm just not thinking quite straight, I'm afraid. Could I have a coffee before we start?
Yes, of course. Constable! Thank you.
What are you?
Sorry.
What? No. I'm sorry. I'm just tired.
So we understand. I imagine a coffee will help, and we'll be finished just as soon as possible.
Thanks. Thank you. Actually, I think I need a cigarette as well. Have you got my stuff?
We have a receipt for one lighter, one pack of Mayfair, 5 remaining, one wallet with £26 and 34 pence, and one pocket knife.
Yo, yeah, the knife I just use that for work, doing opening, packaging and stuff. I keep it on me, it's useful for loads of things.
So I say. Well, it's with our forensic team right now.
Oh, yeah, well, that's fine.
So, yesterday evening.
I left work, drove home. I must have arrived by about 5:15. Made myself a cup of coffee, and then Nick arrived. He's my oldest friend. He works in a call centre, so he's not the brightest, but we grew up together, you know.
Mate, it is going to be packed in there. More girls, less space. More chance of a twat like you.
I'm not interested in pulling.
Oh, you've got to drop this idea that she's perfect. No girl's perfect, they're just...
Yeah, what?
And you know I could have said worse.
God, shut
See,
up.
I'm going to be romantic too.
You get out. Right, I need to get ready. What time do you at the table?
7.
Is, what's her name coming?
Debbie.
Oh, she was called Sarah.
Yeah, she was. Up until last Tuesday.
Yeah, go on. What happened?
I had a sudden revelation.
Which was?
I saw her without her makeup on.
You've got no soul.
Yeah, well, we can't all have a perfect day on our camera.
Drink.
Yeah, we got time for a couple.
Drinking and driving, Mr. Holland.
Actually, I'll wait till we get there.
Did you really say that?
Of course I did.
Just, as far as I can remember, we polished off a bottle of wine between us. My mistake?
Then we went to the restaurant.
Which one?
Oh, you know, that Italian one. The one next to St Mary's. The one they've redone, so you sit in a gondolier in front of pictures of Venice.
Gondola.
Sorry?
A gondola, surely. Wouldn't fit many people in a gondolier, would it? Aside from the fact it might put you off your dinner.
All right then. A gondola.
Expensive place.
Yeah, well, I wanted to impress. First time Nick was going to meet Melissa. It means something to you when you're in love for the first time.
Miss Melissa Fairley, your girlfriend. Haven't been with her long, have you?
No, not long. A couple of months. Strange how I knew she was perfect as soon as I met her. Oh, shit! Sorry, are you alright?
Yeah, fine. You could let me stand up.
Can't you let a man be gentlemanly?
Yes, just in my experience, gentlemen wait to be better acquainted with a young lady before holding her about the
You
waist.
sure they were real gentlemen?
That's what they said.
No, never believe people when they say that, do they? It's like saying, I'm honest. It actually means, I'm as crooked as they come.
Okay, I'll try to remember. Thanks.
What were you, reading?
Nothing. A theatre review.
Must have been good.
Not really. Well, they didn't like the acting, but they were nice about the set, which I designed, so I'm happy. Apart from I feel sorry for the others, of course.
You shouldn't. Life is competition.
Of course it is, just I'd prefer it if the people I liked were the ones who won out.
The nature you like successful people. No, really, it's easy to get dragged down by other people's misfortunes, and then you're, well, screwed.
Is this about to be one of those the thing I regret most in my life stories?
Yes, but it's got a good ending, honest.
Go on then.
Not until you sit down.
Yeah. Coming over all gentlemanly.
Yes, but then it's only me saying that, and I already told you not to trust people who say that kind of thing.
Okay. So, I'm sitting down and listening and not trusting you all at once.
Excellent. Obedience is a virtue.
Well, that's not gentlemanly.
Of course it is. And you had those knights and ladies' tales. All those knights ponce about behaving like twats, meeting beautiful women and telling them how honoured they are that they've been chosen to marry such a fine specimen of manhood. All the women get to do is show their great gratitude in silence. If you want the age of chivalry back, you can have it. But it means saying, yes sir, no sir. How would you like your steak?
Well, I'm appalled. And I'm waiting for the stories.
Yeah, sorry. The story. It's good, honest. It actually happened to me.
Well, do you want a drum roll?
Can you do a drum roll?
No.
Then you can sit in some wide-eyed instead. Right. At Sixth Form College, I made this friend, Colin Wadder. Yeah, awful name. He was a real star. Could drink me under the table and kick my ass at rugby. But I was forever doing his essays for him and could trash him at squash. Within a week or something, we were inseparable. Went everywhere together, including his sister's wedding and my squash championship matches. And we liked all the same things, which is where the trouble started. Went to this big charity ball and I met up with an old school friend of mine. He brought this girl, Alicia. I could see his jaw drop at the same time as mine, and then the three of us got talking. It wasn't just what she looked like that dragged the two of us in. She was just the image of my ideal woman.
So let me guess, you argued over her.
Actually, no, you see, that night on the way home, Wadder told me he'd never had a girlfriend, never been in love, never been with a woman, any of it. Broke down as he was telling me. He said this woman was the first woman he felt liked him as much as he liked her. So I said, Colin, my man, go forth and woo her.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Really? You said, go forth and woo her.
Well, yeah, maybe not those actual words, but something just as noble and selfless. So he goes and woos her, and they date for a while, which hurt quite a lot, but I could tell myself I'd done the right thing. And he just looked so ecstatic the whole time. Then I met someone, and we got together. Went on sickening double days. Me and Colin and our adoring ladies. Lasted right through to beginning university. Sad as we were, we went to the same place. But then, I let myself into Colin's room, as we did, and I walked in on him with my girl. Not content with taking Alicia, he'd stolen my hard-won lady, and it was just shattering. She grabbed some clothes and ran for it, crying and telling me it was over between us anyway. Last thing he did was laugh. Later on, he apologised. He said it was embarrassment, but I don't think it was. I mean, he was just so pleased with himself, having won both of them, and up yours to my good self. I asked him what Alicia would think. That angel of his mind, the only woman who'd ever loved him. He barely stopped himself grimacing. Said he didn't really care, to be honest. She'd been annoying for weeks anyway. I was free to have her.
Didn't you go get her then?
No, I couldn't. I mean, he'd ruined the image I had of her as the ideal woman. I mean, he cheated. Suddenly, she was just an ordinary girl.
I suppose I see what you mean. Of course, people shouldn't think that way, but I guess I'd end up feeling the same.
So anyway, look, there you have it. Proof positive, you shouldn't feel sorry for anyone.
Exactly. Especially not people who tell you their sad life stories sitting on park
All
benches.
right, yeah, particularly not them.
Okay. I have a set to design, so
You are going to have to tell me
tell you what.
your name,
Why?
because that's what should happen. Actually, I know it already.
No, you don't.
Melissa.
Oh. How do you know that?
I read that this morning. Review was raving over your set design. Mentioned you by name, didn't he? Melissa Fairley, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm impressed you remembered.
I have an instinct for things that are going to become important to me.
You'll have to tell me yours then.
Guess.
How am I supposed to do that?
I'll help.
Okay, does it begin with